moving forward in an easy, honest pace. The streets alive with open signs, someone hums a tune off key. I catch my reflection laughing like it's new to me. I didn't plan on feeling this, it slipped in unannounced. A little warmth inside my chest that doesn't need to shout. I used to wait for perfect timing, now I'm fine with right now. The smallest things like they matter most. Your stories turn the ordinary into something close. I don't need a bigger picture to understand. Some days only ask for exactly where I stand. I don't need a promise or a reason to believe. I trust the quiet confidence that shows up when colors, I'll adjust without regret, because this feeling right here is already enough. I like the way today feels, clear and light and real. No comparisons, no shadows, just the ground beneath my heels. If I lose it in the future, I won't chase it back. I like the way today feels and I'm living in that. I smile and let it stay. Nothing more I need to name, just like today. I didn't plan the shape of day, it opened wider on its own, like something waiting in the frame I hadn't known to still it glow. There were pages I kept turning before I read them through. Moments blurred by hesitation, wondering what was true. But the blank spaces started speaking without a single sound, telling me the meaning isn't lost, just waiting to be found. I don't need to redraw the past to know I'm moving right. If I could color every second, I wouldn't aim for perfect lines. I let the shades run into each other and call that kind. Every choice I didn't see still led me here somehow. This is where the colors begin, not the end. But now, maybe life's not meant for framing or hanging on a wall. Maybe it's alive because it moves and changes after all. The picture breathes when I step back and stop controlling how it flows. What I thought was unfinished space was room enough to grow. If I could color every second, I trust the hand I use. No fear of darker edges cause they make the light feel true. I don't need to see the whole design to know I'm allowed. This is where the colors begin, right here, right now. I close the book without an ending, a smile at what I see. Not every story needs a finish to feel complete in me. I didn't wake with answers in my hands, just a feeling I could carry. Something light enough to trust, even if it's temporary. Your love, I'm not certain, I don't have to be still. I'm alright where I stand. Every step doesn't need a reason to feel like it's part of the plan. I'm not racing toward a promise or hiding from the doubt. I don't know what comes tomorrow, but I'm alright right now. I used to measure every silence like it meant I did something wrong. Now I let the quiet stay long enough to hum along. Some thoughts pass without landing, some stay just to wave. Not every question needs an answer to let the moment stay. If I pause, it doesn't mean I'm lost, it just means I'm here. I don't label every feeling or pin it to a name. Some days glow without a reason, some just quietly behave. But even on the softer hours, I feel the ground below, holding me in ways I didn't ask, but somehow always know. Ha, 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 oh, ha, ha, oh, I'm not certain, I don't have to be still. I'm alright where I stand. Every step doesn't need a reason to feel like it's part of the plan. I'm not chasing after clarity or pushing things aside. I don't know what comes tomorrow, but I'm alright right now. Maybe truth isn't something you find, maybe it's something you allow. Not a line you finally cross, just the way you breathe it now. I stopped asking moments to explain why they came and went, and suddenly the weight I felt was lighter than I meant. I'm not certain, I don't have to be still. I'm alright where I stand. Even if the shape keeps changing, I can't hold it in my hands. I'm not waiting for a sign to stay or a reason to move on. I don't know what comes tomorrow, but I'm alright still going on. If this is all I know today, it's more than enough to say I'm here, I'm breathing, I remain, and that's okay. Something settles in my breath like the pace just found this place. No announcement, no command, still the tension drifts away. Thoughts line up without a fight, one by one they start to move. I don't push, I don't resist, I let the rhythm choose. There's no promise hanging close, no deadline in my head, just a feeling I can trust wherever it is led. I'm not rushing to arrive, I'm not waiting to be sure. Every motion feels aligned, like it's pointing me forward. I don't need a louder sign or a reason to defend. If I'm moving with the moment, that's enough to let it bend. A quiet smile finds its way. Something in me said yes before I had a plan. I didn't check the outcome, I just felt where I stand. It wasn't loud or careful, it wasn't right or wrong. Something in me said yes and pulled me along. I woke up in the middle of a thought, forgot what I was supposed to do. The mirror caught me smiling like I'd already moved. The city felt a little off in a way I couldn't name. Every rule I knew by heart suddenly felt tame. I used to wait for reasons, now I listen to the shift. Something in me said yes before I had a plan. I didn't check the outcome, I just felt where I stand. It wasn't loud or careful, it wasn't right or wrong. Something in me said yes and pulled me along. I stepped outside my usual line, left my timing behind. Every moment felt awake, like it noticed me this time. Fear tried to ask a question, I didn't let it finish, because the fun had already started, and I didn't want to miss it. I thought control was safety, keeping everything in frame, but freedom feels more honest when I don't rehearse my name. I don't need to explain it, I don't need a sign. If this feeling found me first, then it's already mine. Something in me said yes, and I trust it now. Not because it makes sense, but because it shows me how to move without apologizing, to laugh before I fall. Something in me said yes, and that's enough for all. I don't know where this goes, but I like the speed. Not rushing, not slowing, just me being me. The moment starts before I speak. Street light fades, the city waits. No room left for empty sound. I step into the moving day. Ay, 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 ay. I used to wait for perfect timing, like it owe me a sign. Now I read the room in daylight, and I like the outline. I don't need a bigger answer, I don't need a push. Every breath is doing something, even when it looks unsure. If it feels a little warmer, I know I'm close enough. I'm on my way somehow, not rushing, not standing still. On my way somehow, doing only what feels real. It's not fireworks or fate, just a rhythm I can trust. I'm on my way somehow, and today is more than enough. There's a laugh inside my doubts now, didn't notice it before. Every question sounds lighter when I let it breathe some more. I don't chase a louder future, I don't borrow someone else. If I'm moving in my own way, then I'm good with where I am. I don't need to name the moment to know it's finally mine. I'm on my way somehow, with the sky a little wide. On my way somehow, letting timing walk beside. It's not fireworks or fate, just a feeling I can trust. I'm on my way somehow, and today is more than enough. Maybe change is just a habit of choosing light again. Not a leap, not a promise, just showing up as I am. If tomorrow asks me questions, I'll answer when it comes. Right now I'm breathing clearly, and that's already enough. way somehow. Hear the beat, feel the ground. On my way somehow. Even quiet feels like sound. It's not perfect, it's not fast, but it's honest, it's my touch. And I'm on a way somehow. And today is more than enough. Still smiling, still here. There's salt in the air and a pull I don't explain. Every breath feels lighter now, like the day is calling me ahead. Morning spills into the streets. Voices cross without a name. I drift between what I plan to be and where the noise already goes. I don't check the map today. I let the sound decide the pace. There's salt in the air from a place I didn't stay. The path glows brighter when I move than the doubts I meant to save. Postcards bend inside my bag, too clean to say what's real. I follow lines along the edge that never stay still. Engines hum like open chords, the rhythm finds me first. Not every pull is a mistake. Some are doors without a sign. I don't know what waits beyond, but standing back feels less like mine. If I pause to weigh the distance, the moment slips away. So I trust the pressure of now and let tomorrow shift its shape. There's salt in the air and light across my eyes. I'm not escaping yesterday, I'm choosing how today arrives. When the noise is all still blue and names are left behind, I keep moving forward with salt still in the air. The noise falls into a single line. Everything sharp, everything clear. I don't rush, I don't wait, I move when it feels exact. Every doubt fades into motion once my focus locks back. Crowds blur into passing shapes. I hear what matters most, not the echo around me, but the drive I trust. I used to borrow other tempos, try to match what looks right, but every borrowed direction pulled me out of sight. Now I feel the ground respond each time my foot decides. I'm not following the moment, I'm the one who sets the line. There's no signal telling me when, just a sense I don't ignore. Everything aligns when I commit, not perfect, just true. The tension turns into traction the moment I move. No fear left to negotiate, no space for delay. I don't need to feel ready, I'm already underway. I'm in step with myself now, every second unexpectedly, I'll adjust without doubt. I've learned how to stay connected, even when it turns out not everything needs proof to hold me upright. I trust the forward pull that keeps me in my stride. The world keeps moving with me. Nothing forced, nothing held. I don't chase what's ahead. I arrive as myself. The street keeps moving without a sound. Shoes trace lines I didn't plan. Morning light slips between signs like it knows where I will stand. I label days with easy words to keep the weight away. Right or wrong, stay or go, I thought that was enough to say. But faces pass with borrowed smiles, and none of them look sure. Every choice feels lighter when you don't ask what it's for. I framed the world in simple lines so I wouldn't look too close. Every answer felt safer when I believed there were only two. I said it's clear, I said it's fixed, nothing hiding in between. But something always pulled at me from the space I couldn't see. A cracked reflection in the glass stops me mid-step, mid-breath. It's not fear that's staring back, it's everything I left unread. I hear my name in passing noise, not calling, just reminding that every path I walked before was narrower than I was finding. If I stop counting sides and let the borders fade, would the shape I try to follow still tell me who I am? I said it's clear, I said it's fixed, like a rule I didn't write. But the longer that I stand here, the less this feels like right. Not broken, not restored, just shifting under view. The truth keeps changing color when I move. I don't need to name it now or force it into lines. I walk forward knowing this, it was never empty inside. I stay quite longer than I meant to. Let the room decide my shape. Every answer felt unfinished, so I learned to hesitate. I kept my thoughts in folded pages, didn't ask them where to go. Waiting felt like doing nothing, but it taught me what I know. I don't need a louder moment, I just need to trust my hands. I'm still choosing, even when it doesn't show. Still choosing what to keep and what to let go. It's not sudden, it's not brave or new. I'm still choosing, and that's enough to move. There's a calm inside the questions that I didn't hear before, like the ground beneath the pause that doesn't ask me for more. I don't need to outrun doubt, I don't need to prove the sound. If I listen close enough, I know where I'm turning now. It's okay to take my time if the direction feels like mine. I'm still choosing, not because I'm unafraid. Still choosing through the silence I once blamed. It's not sudden, it's not brave or new. I'm still choosing, and that's enough to move. I thought change would feel dramatic, like a line across every breath I don't escape. Still choosing what I carry, what I save. It's not perfect, but it's true. I'm still choosing, and I'm finally through. That's the cost. The clock ticks louder than my breath, walls feel closer than before. I've memorized the safest exits, but I don't want them anymore. I've been good at staying quiet, reading rooms, adjusting tone, turning every sharp opinion into something overgrown. Every day I trim myself to fit the space I'm in, calling it survival. When it was wearing thin, I waited for permission, like it might arrive on time. But nothing changes by agreement, nothing moves if I don't try. I'm tired of rehearsing reasons why I shouldn't fly. So I tear the script in half, not dramatic, just done. I'm not chasing after anyone, I'm running toward myself. I'm no longer standing still, I don't need a perfect plan. Every step is incomplete, but it's taken by my hand. If this road keeps breaking shape, I'll keep choosing where I land. I'm no longer standing still, I'm becoming who I am. The air hits harder when I move, like it's daring me to stay. I feel fear try to catch my sleeve, but I shake it loose and change. Not fearless, just decided that the pauses cost too much. I'd rather learn by falling than forget what I can touch. I'm no longer standing still, I don't need a perfect plan. Every step is incomplete, but it's taken by my hand. If this road keeps breaking shape, I'll keep choosing where I land. I'm no longer standing still, I'm becoming. I'm becoming who I am. Whatever waits beyond this pace, it won't be choosing me. I step forward on my own and let the future see. We don't need to know the ending, just the way we step today. If your pace starts shaking, I'll stay the same. Morning noise, unfinished streets, shoelaces pulled too tight. I pretend I'm not afraid of choosing left or right. Every sign feels temporary, every plan feels thin, but you're walking next to me like that's reason enough to begin. I've been waiting for a signal, something loud, something clear, but maybe courage is quieter when someone's near. We don't need to know the ending, just the way we step today. If your pace starts shaking, I'll stay the same. You talk about tomorrow like it's something we can make, not a promise carved in stone, just a chance we'll take. I carry doubts in my pocket, they rattle when I run, moving side by side is how my fear finally went. If I stumble, don't correct me. If you fall, I won't explain. Let's learn the shape of balance by feeling every strain. We don't need a perfect reason or a fearless way to start. If you walk the same direction, that's enough for my heart. The road stays open, slightly bright. Not easy, not defined. Whatever awaits beyond this step, we'll reach it in our time. Reach it in our time. Shoes lined up by the door again. Another day feels just like planned. I straighten words before I speak, like they might slip out of my hands. Every room expects a version one. I learned to keep on time. I nod along and fill the space with answers that aren't mine. I know the tone, I know the cues, when to laugh, when to agree. No one ever asked me who I wanted me to be. I kept my name pressed on my chest like it told me where to stand. If I stayed inside the lines, I'd understand who I am. But what if all these practice moves were never proof of truth? What if holding everything together is the thing that splits me in two? I've been living under the same name for every shape I've worn. Not wrong, not fake, just incomplete from the moment I was born. I don't hate the path I followed. It carried me this far, but it taught me how to vanish when I tried to be sharp. Every mirror shows a person built from silent rules, strong enough to keep moving, careful enough to lose. I don't tear it all apart. I loosen what I hold, let the weight adjust itself without being told. I won't trade this life away or pretend it was a lie. I keep the name they gave to me and let the rest align. Morning trains breathe out my name. Shoelaces tighten, seconds lean. Your shadow keeps the same pace, like it already knows where we're going. I carry something I won't release, not heavy, just precise. It sits between my steps before I say it out loud, before the moment asks me twice. Coffee cools while we talk about nothing. Streetlights blink like they're counting us in. You laugh at the wrong part of the story. I memorize it anyway. Every sign says move ahead, but my voice checks the ground first. I'm not afraid of losing you, I'm afraid of changing the air. I carry something I won't release, not fragile, just a lie. It walks beside my breathing before I say it out loud, before it learns how to hide. We cross roads we don't name, promises dressed as coincidence. Your sleeve brush is mine on purpose, or maybe I just hoped it did. missing one sentence. One keeps wondering what if the other learns a new rhythm. I carry something I won't release until the timing aligns. It's not a secret, not a plea, just a truth learning its shape before it becomes a sign. The train doors close, the world moves on. I step forward, still in motion, whether spoken or kept inside. This was real before I said it. A train door slides, the platform sways, warm wind on my wrist. I hold a ticket I won't use, just to stay like this. You said pick a song for later, then laughed and looked away. A paperback in your hand, bent at the same old page. I traced the margin marks you made, like secret street signs drawn, pretending it was nothing much while something pulled me on. I practiced simple every day, but my voice kept turning small. Not fear of you, just fear of being real at all. If I reach for your hand once, will the moment keep its shape? If I don't, will I replay it? Every night I'm still awake. I'm not asking you for answers, I'm asking for one chance to let this start on purpose, not by accident. We walk past shuttered shops where posters peeled and curled. Your shoulder brushed my sleeve and rearranged my world. You talked about the future like it wasn't built to break, and I listened like the words could teach my chest to breathe. Footsteps, crosswalk clicks, two shadows keeping time. I kept my feelings folded in the safest kind of grin, but every honest second was pushing from within. So I wrote a line on receipt paper, not pretty, not profound. Just meet me where the river bends, and left it upside down. I used to think beginnings had to strike like sudden fire, but maybe they arrive softer, a choice made without denial. So even if you never come, I won't pretend I didn't try. I'll carry my own story with my head held high. If I reach for your hand once, I will not take it back. If you stay, we'll learn the language of the days we haven't had. I'm not asking you for forever, I'm asking for tonight, to let this start on purpose, start on purpose. In the open, in the light. Train pulls out, the city blurs, I feel my heartbeat calm. Whatever happens after this, I chose an honest dawn. I move in different frequencies, all of them still mine. I stopped asking which one stays, I let them cross the line. Crowds pass like unfinished thoughts, everyone in separate time. I tune myself to what feels off, not to what fits fine. I learned to split my voice into one to speak, one to hide, keeping peace by thinning out what pressed too hard inside. But silence place, it just waits to be replaced. I thought alignment meant one answer, one direction, one clean sound, but everything I cut away kept circling me around. So I held the parts together even when they disagreed. Let the tension write the rhythm that finally sounds like me. I move in different frequencies. I don't need to choose. I won't compress who I've become to something easy to use. I step forward without a map, not lost, just undefined. Some truths don't point to one place, they spread across the mind. If you listen long enough, you'll hear it settle clear. Just me remaining here. A la da la da la la, a la da la da la la, a la da la da la la. Curtains slide without a sound. Footsteps already know their marks. The light on, not for applause, but to see what's still here. I kept the tickets folded flat in a drawer I never cleaned. Not because I couldn't let go, but because I wasn't done looking. Every laugh stayed slightly late, like an echo choosing to linger. I replay moments out of order, finding new meaning between frames. I thought repeating meant standing still, but it's how I learned to move again. Each memory shifts when I face it, not backwards, just differently. So let it play one more time, not to stay, not to rewind. I step forward as it fades, with your voice still guiding mine. This isn't asking for return, it's learning how to end the scene and carry what it gave me into what comes next. When the lights finally dim, I don't bow, I breathe. The story isn't closing, it's walking off stage with me. I can stay right here a moment more, not to hide, just to breathe. The world won't wait, I know that much, but it hasn't lost me yet. Morning trains cut through the noise, doors close faster than my thoughts. I fix my jacket, miss the sign, another second slips then stops. I don't need a perfect reason or a promise carved in stone. Some days moving means admitting I was scared to go alone. Every face is facing forward like they've practiced this before. I pretend I know the script as my hand rests on the door. If I count what's still unfinished, I'll never start it all. So I loosen my grip slightly, let the silence just the next thing I can do? What if standing still was never rest, but fear dressed up as calm? What if moving doesn't mean I'm ready, only that I've gone on? I don't run, I don't retreat, I adjust my pace. Let the future open slowly in my space. I won't rush, I won't rewind, I leave the doubt behind. I step forward as I am, one step longer than last time. Ink on the side of my thumb, LA, their numbers fall. I rehearse a sentence twice, then leave it in the hall. Your name sits quiet in my drafts, a lighthouse I won't light. I fold my courage into lines, too careful to ignite. If I give you this at last, will it change the air between us? If I keep it where it is, will it turn into a weight? The city blurs past window glass, neon in a steady stream. I carry paper in my bag like proof of what I mean. I'm not asking for a promise, I'm not trying to be saved. I just want my hidden truth to finally have a shape. If I give you this at last, will you hear what I am saying? If it lands in your hands, will you read me as I am? I used to think confession meant a spotlight and a fall, but maybe it is simpler, a small decision made in full. So even if you turn away, I won't be turning from myself. So I give you this at last, not to chain you to my story, just to let my silence end with a clean, honest release. The door clicks shut, the street goes on, I breathe like I can stand. Whatever answer comes from you, I chose to be seen. That's what I meant. I'm moving different frequencies, all of them still mine. I stopped asking which ones stay, I let them cross the line. Crawl past like unfinished thoughts, everyone in separate time. I do my fail to what feels off, not to what fits fine. I learned to split my voice in two, one to speak, one to hide, keeping peace by thinning out what pressed too hard inside. But silence isn't balance, it just waits to be replaced. I thought alignment meant one answer, one direction, one clean sound, but everything I cut away kept circling me round. So I held the parts together, even when they disagreed. Let the tension write the rhythm that finally sounds like me. I move in different frequencies, I don't need to choose. I won't compress who I've become to something easy to use. I step forward without a map, not lost, just undefined. Some truths don't point to one place, they spread across the mind. If you listen long enough, you'll hear it settle clear. Not one tone, not harmony, just me.